For decades, Judi Dench was seen as a cultural icon whose presence alone commanded admiration and respect. She carried herself with a quiet authority, whether on stage or in conversation, embodying a mastery of her craft that few could rival. Her career appeared impervious to the usual power struggles and ego clashes common in the arts, as if her talent and experience created a shield against the turbulence of professional life. Yet, even for someone of her stature, there were moments when her voice was overlooked or her perspective underestimated. Dench has spoken candidly about these experiences, not with bitterness, but with reflection, revealing that reputation alone does not guarantee consideration. Her story demonstrates that even those who seem untouchable must navigate subtle pressures, reminding us that resilience is often invisible and rooted in steady self-awareness rather than outward dominance. Power often whispers. We often assume that power announces itself with noise, spectacle, or authority. Yet the truth is much subtler. In professional environments, influence frequently reveals itself in quiet ways. Who is listened to, whose ideas are acknowledged, or whose perspective is gently ignored. Dench has reflected on navigating these understated dynamics, especially when commercial interests intersected with artistic integrity. She rarely portrayed herself as a victim, understanding that power often operates through unspoken expectations rather than overt confrontation. Her insights highlight the importance of noticing the nuances of authority and influence, even when the signals are understated. By recognizing these patterns, she maintained her professional dignity and learned to discern when it was worth engaging and when stepping back was the wiser choice, preserving both her integrity and the quality of her work, choosing authority over approval. Throughout her career, Dench encountered situations where decisions about her roles, public image, or work environment were made without her input. Rather than respond with anger or attempt to control circumstances, she responded with quiet clarity. She understood that true authority comes not from volume or assertion, but from knowing when to engage and when to decline. By stepping away from projects or dynamics that didn't align with her values, she reinforced her own agency without creating drama or conflict. Her choices were deliberate and measured, reflecting confidence in her professional judgment. By prioritizing her own sense of authority over seeking approval, she preserved the integrity of her career and demonstrated that professionalism is not about confrontation, but about discerning when and where your energy is most meaningfully applied, ensuring that every commitment resonates with personal and artistic standards. The importance of collaborative respect. Acting is a deeply collaborative art, dependent on trust, communication, and shared commitment. Dench has reflected on times when differences in working styles created tension or distance. She recognized that actors approach their craft differently, some through solitude and introspection, others through exchange and dialogue. When these approaches clashed, she chose not to escalate conflicts, but to adjust her own engagement, learning from each experience and making private decisions about future collaborations. Respect, in her view, was not contingent on agreement, but on mutual acknowledgement. By quietly navigating these moments, Dench preserved both her professional standards and her enjoyment of the work, demonstrating that collaboration thrives when individuals honor each other's processes while maintaining clear personal boundaries, and that lasting artistic relationships are built on understanding rather than confrontation. The discipline of restraint. Dench's response to challenges and disrespect has always been characterized by restraint. She did not demand apologies or create spectacle, understanding that dignity is maintained through deliberate, thoughtful action rather than reaction. Silence and withdrawal became tools of discernment, not signs of passivity. By choosing when to step back, she protected her own integrity and avoided diminishing her authority. This approach was often misunderstood as meekness, but in reality, it was a strategic and principled response, demonstrating that power does not always need to be asserted loudly. Her discipline highlights the effectiveness of measured responses in professional life and teaches that maintaining boundaries with calm intention preserves both personal and professional energy, allowing individuals to thrive in environments that may otherwise test patience, judgment, or resilience. Humor and respect. Dench has emphasized the balance between spontaneity and discipline in collaborative work, especially in comedy. While humor is essential to performance, she valued preparation and intentionality, ensuring that the work received the focus it deserved. When humor crossed into disregard for careful planning or creative contributions, she chose to disengage rather than compromise her standards. Her approach was not about creating conflict or harboring resentment, but about reinforcing the importance of alignment and shared responsibility. Collaboration, for her, was about mutual respect and honoring the collective goal. This philosophy underscores the value of maintaining professional principles while remaining flexible enough to foster creativity, showing that the most successful collaborations arise when participants honor both the art and the people involved. Patterns of professional choice. Over the course of her career, Dench noticed a recurring pattern in her interactions. When respect was compromised, she responded with measured withdrawal. Different people, roles, and settings did not change the outcome. She simply moved on calmly and privately. She did not retaliate or blacklist, yet each decision reinforced her professional boundaries. This consistent approach created a clear standard for collaboration and personal engagement, allowing her to maintain a career that was both extensive and fulfilling. Her method demonstrates that consistency, clarity, and self-respect build resilience. By choosing where to invest energy and when to step back, Dench created a professional life defined by thoughtful decisions rather than reactive emotion, showing that longevity in any field depends on discernment as much as talent. Aging with purpose. Dench resisted cultural narratives that framed aging as diminishment. She did not allow experience or age to be treated as a limitation, but maintained curiosity, sharpness, and engagement. Her authority stemmed from decades of work, not nostalgia, and she expected to be treated accordingly. When others challenged her autonomy, she adjusted her involvement without argument, demonstrating confidence in her own judgment. Her approach reflects the importance of self-respect and adaptability, showing that longevity in a career is less about defiance and more about discernment. By preserving her independence, Dench modeled an approach to aging that emphasizes ongoing relevance, continued learning, and principled engagement. Her example encourages professionals to see experience as a resource, not a liability, and to navigate transitions with intentionality and dignity. Respect as a foundation. For Dench, professionalism and respect were non-negotiable. Talent, charm, or status could never substitute for courtesy and recognition. In industries often driven by urgency and ego, these standards became acts of quiet integrity. She did not seek special treatment, but she insisted on basic respect, ensuring that collaboration and interaction were mutually valuing. Her steadfast commitment to these principles created an environment where creativity could thrive without compromise. Her example highlights that respect is foundational, not optional, and that professional relationships succeed when boundaries are maintained. By modeling consistency and principled conduct, Dench reinforced that long-term success is rooted in ethical practice and self-awareness, showing that integrity and achievement are inseparable in a fulfilling career. A career of deliberate decisions. Looking back, Dench's career is not simply a collection of accolades, but a record of deliberate choices. She decided where to invest her energy, when to disengage, and who merited proximity. These choices, while largely invisible to the public, shaped her longevity, satisfaction, and artistic fulfillment. Her intentionality allowed her to work into her 90s with joy and without compromise. This approach demonstrates that career longevity is not accidental, but cultivated through consistent, principled decisions. By prioritizing alignment over external validation, Dench maintained both relevance and autonomy. Her story underscores that success is not only measured in recognition, but in the clarity and consistency with which one navigates opportunities, ensuring that every professional step reinforces personal values and artistic standards. Silence as strength. Silence was one of Dench's most powerful tools. She used it not to erase herself, but to preserve her energy and boundaries. She understood that not every slight needs response, and that not every conflict requires resolution. In choosing when to engage and when to step back, she allowed truth to reveal itself without fanfare. Silence became her signature form of authority, demonstrating discernment, composure, and intentionality. This approach highlights that power and influence do not always manifest in words or action. Sometimes they exist quietly, shaping perception and reinforcing self-respect. Dench's example teaches that stepping back can be as meaningful as stepping forward, and that intentional restraint often communicates more than confrontation, reinforcing dignity and professional credibility simultaneously. Lessons from a life of clarity. Judi Dench's career reminds us that respect must be actively maintained, and that boundaries are essential to sustaining integrity. Her experiences show that collaboration has limits, and that it is possible to continue work while disengaging from dynamics that diminish well-being. By choosing clarity over conflict, dignity over dominance, and principle over convenience, she shaped a legacy defined by intention and consistency. In an industry where loudness is often rewarded, her quiet resolve stands out, illustrating that influence and success can coexist with humility and discretion. Dench's story is a testament to the power of conscious decision-making, demonstrating that thoughtful, principled navigation of professional life not only preserves joy and autonomy, but also leaves a lasting impact, reinforcing the value of measured action and steady purpose. The line that remained. Throughout her life, Dench maintained a single, unwavering principle. Once respect was lost, she gently but firmly stepped away. This approach was not punitive, but protective, a way of preserving self-respect and integrity. It allowed her to maintain autonomy, continue working joyfully, and safeguard her creative energy. By consistently upholding this boundary, she demonstrated that longevity and fulfillment are built not on ego or control, but on clarity of values and measured action. This steadfastness became a defining feature of her life and career, showing that untouchable strength does not require confrontation, spectacle, or assertion, but can exist quietly in the decisions we make about where to invest our time, energy, and trust.